Hey, greetings, welcome back to the Car Doctor Studios. I'm Tim. I'm here at my repair shop, Donor Automotive in Anchorage, Alaska. So if you're in the area, stop by, say hi, bring some beer, or bring your car and we'll fix it. How about that? Today I got a deal here. Customer brought this vehicle in. It's an 08 Serra Denali, similar of course to the Chevy Silverado. This one's equipped with the 6.2 and customer complaint of one thing, the shifter intermittently just kind of sticks, and he says he's got to goof around with it for a bit and get it to come out of gear, and also service Stabilitrac message, ABS light on and whatnot on the dash. So I had some ideas, and before I even got it in, experienced that shifter deal, and I got my wife to run out and check the brake lights as it was not functioning, and I had my foot depressed on the brake. The rear brake lights were not illuminated, and intermittently if I played with the brake switch, it would free up the shift lock on the column. So that was a quick diagnosis there. Then I brought it in and put my scan tool on it and pulled the codes, came up with a P1173, which is in that brake stop switch circuit. That's going to be that switch. It did give me a P1175 and a P0724, also in the brake switch, and a CO161. That's a brake switch circuit code for the ABS system. That P1175, that's a lean issue, bank 2. So that's probably what we're going to spend the lion's share of the time today on. Just run through that deal and see where that goes. I'm not going to Eric O this thing. I'm not going to get out the lab scope if I don't have to. We'll just check the basics and hopefully run this thing down. Common issues with the bank 2 lean condition can be fuel injectors on this. Of course, it can be a misfire issue, vacuum leaks on these intakes, mass airflow sensor, and whatnot. So some quick fixes, sometimes going to be fuel injection cleaning, if that hasn't been done, tune-up type related stuff, fuel injector replacement, if absolutely necessary. Or it could be engine problems. Lack of maintenance on these causes those valve train issues as well. So we'll dive into this thing, see where it takes us. All right, I've already checked the fuel pressure. We got good fuel pressure. I just want to check misfire data first and see where we're at. And it looks like in history we've got number 6, which is on that bank 2. We've got a couple misfire counts in history, but nothing major. So we're going to have to run this thing and check our data, fuel trims and whatnot. We'll check our long term here while we got it up. Looks like bank 1's at -12, so bank 2 -14. So there's your problem, and it's lean on both banks. It just hasn't set a code for bank 1 yet, which would be 1174. Hasn't hit that yet. It's going to. So this may be a fuel trim issue across both banks. Either vacuum leak or maybe mass airflow issue, but we're going to run it and see what our short terms look like, just for grins. Okay, at an idle, my fuel trims are way high. Take it a little off idle. Definitely running rough. They start cleaning up around 2500. So O2 sensors. You know, I think they look okay. Bank 2, sensor 1. Bank 1, sensor 1. Looks good. We'll go back and look at our misfire data. This thing runs like crap. No misfires. I think I'm gonna clean my mass airflow and see what that does to my fuel trims. Which both bank 1 and 2 are high negative. So pull it now you can see the shifter deal, and just keep playing with the brake switch. It's that common problem. Oh my gosh. There we go. Ugh, this thing doesn't even want to idle. Let's take a look at that mass airflow. Well, I already see a problem here. Somebody's monkeyed around with the mass airflow, but I mean, you can see where unfiltered air is going to be entering here and getting on that sensor. It's not lined up right at the hoses here, so definitely going to allow dirt to collect on it. Oh gosh, yeah, it's disgusting. See if we can see this. Look at that. It's just nasty. I almost think that's been replaced. But, so you can replace just the sensor. But we're going to just clean this and see what effect it has on our fuel trims. Mass air cleaner. Get those elements cleaned up. Oh, they were nasty. And just reinstall correctly. This is backwards. Okay, reinstall wiring. Quick. Give that a try. Okay, I'm not even going to clear fuel trims or anything. I'm going to start it and see what happens. It's already idling better. Fuel trims are zeroed out. Okay, my scanner quit communicating, so I'm going to take a break from that, but stoplight switch came. I'll just get the GM part. Probably doesn't really matter. They all suck. We'll swap this thing out real quick. Hopefully you can see something here. Alright, I'm going to remove this fastener. Alright, remove this fastener. Okay. The new one like so. want someone to try doing this while holding a camera. It's just stupid. Oh my gosh. I gotta get set up better next time. This is really pathetic. Okay. There's where we're supposed to be. Okay, we got our retainer on. Stick our bolt back in. Oh my gosh. There we go. We got our connector on. Let's see how she works. Looking good. Very good. Got that part fixed. There's our fuel trims now. Just better. Got a little lopey idle. But that looks better, but I think I'm still gonna clean the fuel injectors for good measure here, and I bet that that'll bring our fuel trims dead on. And we'll go take it for a spin. Paint 2's creeping up on me. So, brief overview to this point. Again, I wasn't so suspicious that it was related to one given cylinder actually, given the fact that we had high negative long-term fuel trims on both banks. More looking at this mass airflow, but there still is a slightly higher fuel trim even after cleaning it on that bank 2. However, it's well below spec, and I've cleared things, and now we'd have to drive it. But at this point, I'm going to clean the fuel system just because of the lopiness of the idle, and you know, it's got 137,000 miles, and up here, you know, with the availability of fuel that we have here, it's indicative of kind of a fuel system in need of service, possibly injector issues. I forget if I mentioned before O2 sensors, the upstream O2 sensor definitely being a possible issue when you get that 1175, or bank 1 would be 1174. but when it starts going lean. And we looked at that O2, it looks like it's switching okay. And again, kind of the key thing is going to be the long-term fuel trim value, short and long-term fuel trim values as we're out driving it around, of course, under 10% for either bank, positive or negative from 0. So anyway, we'll do the fuel system cleaning. I'm using the pressurized OTC tool, and we just disable the fuel pump to do that. Good maintenance. And I haven't even checked tune-up condition for this vehicle yet, so it may well be in need of some tune-up work, but we're just kind of going down the list here. And now I've leaked enough fuel to where if we do have a bad spark plug wire or something, we could definitely have a problem. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And use this OTC injector clean, good stuff. So the first thing we do is start the vehicle and double check where our fuel pressure sits at, and then we disable the fuel pump and supply our air pressure and bring this pressure of the injector cleaner to just below where our fuel pump pressure was, so that we don't bypass the regulator and it slowly uses the cleaner until it exhausts the supply of cleaner. The engine will stall and we'll be done with that part of the process. Started at 67 and ended up at 42. So see if we can just remove the fuel pump relay on this one. Actually not sure if that works in this case. Okay, I actually had to disconnect the fuel pump at the tank in order to get that eliminated from the system. Pain in the butt. Anyway, we did that, so now we can pressurize this cleaner. Perfect. Keeping it just below 40, and as long as the engine's running, we know that our cleaning agent is pushing through the injectors. We'll let that run its course. I think I'm going to pull the throttle plate, clean the throttle body a little bit. Just as a good service to do while we're in there. See how that works. Well, it looks like this throttle body's pretty dirty, so that will help fuel transit idle for sure. And probably that loping idle. Looks like just an overall lack of maintenance at this point. Yeah. Pretty nasty. So, we'll clean that up. Ended up using 2 cans of the cleaner actually running through the injectors, but I'm also going to put in some fuel system cleaner. I dig Techron. I think it's the real deal. I did spend a lot of time at Chevron in my early wrenching days, so it kind of sold me on it, but I've been using it in my own vehicles for years now, and I think it's effective. I just put it in a couple times a year and does the trick. So especially up here, there's just varying levels of top tier, mid-tier fuel sources available, all sorts of weird additives. So if you're getting your fuel just anywhere, then you might want to consider putting in some good cleaner a couple times a year, especially on these Chevys. Kind of sensitive. They're a sensitive truck. Okay, I guess the last thing we're going to do is clear the codes and do an idle and fuel trim reset. See if we can do this. So, oh wait, I believe we got to go into generic in my scan tool here and reset the idle. If we don't, it's going to have a really high idle because it's learned that value, of course, with the restricted throttle body. And guarantee you we'd start it and this thing would just, let's see, forget where that is. That's not the right place. Functional tests. Module setup, idle. So it's module setup and idle learn reset. Key off, engine off, key on, yes. There. All right. Oh, I might as well do a crank relearn. I think I gotta shut the door for this, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna leave you out there. well, fuel trims are looking pretty good. Snow on the mountains is not looking too good, unless you like snow. If you like snow, then you're going to be enjoying life in Alaska pretty soon. I don't mind snow. It's cool. I think we got this one nailed down. I'm at least going to let him drive it for a while. He says his buddy tuned it up. I don't even think he used AC Delco plugs, but I don't know. I don't like using anything but AC Delco plugs, but we'll see. But we'll give it over to him and let him drive it a little bit. It doesn't have the symptom of kind of the hesitation and whatnot. The check engine light, of course, is no longer on. Fuel trims fell in line and everything seems to be looking good. So I might recommend O2 sensors, but we'll give it back to him and see how it goes. Well, hey, I appreciate you watching the channel, and look forward to seeing you next time. Hope this video was helpful or entertaining or both. But I appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.